What's going on, everyone? I hope you all are psyched for Thanksgiving. Have your plans all set to get your grub on, spend time with family, hopefully watch some football. Uh, if I'm able to get up early enough, I'm gonna go check out my old alma mater, Lexington High, play Concord Carlisle, and then get my grub on after that. As I've done in my previous episodes, I really just want to take the time to say thank you to the people who have taken the time out to view my previous episodes of the podcast. Give me a like, follow, give me some constructive criticism. I'm really all about trying to, promote healthy discussions about some of the issues that are going on in the world today. Today's episode is called "Tell It Like It Is, Not Like It Ain't." And the thing I really want to touch upon is this notion of freedom of speech. Yes, the founding fathers gave us the right to express our views, our opinions, our beliefs, stand on our soapboxes, so to speak, without fear of being persecuted or prosecuted or condemned or put in jail or executed, like unlike some countries like Russia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, just to name a few. Qatar, I guess you could say. But one thing it doesn't give us the power to avoid is the consequences and repercussions of those words. As we all know, words have power. The right words can motivate people to do great things. People like, Martin Luther King and Barack Obama have used their words to inspire people. You also have the reciprocal or the other end of that, people who use words for hate speech. You have your people like Charles Coughlin in the 30s who use their pulpit basically to do anti-Semitic or give anti-Semitic hate speech. You had Senator McCarthy back in the 60s, I believe, who was condemning and accusing people of being communist. Nowadays, you have people like Candace Owens, Donald Trump, Alex Jones, Larry Elder, Newt Gingrich, just to name a few people, who use the media, their platform, their star power to deliver right wing Christian nationalist rhetoric, fearmonger, incite hate. And like I've said many times before, it's dangerous. It's irresponsible. It's an abuse of power. Um, you have Congress people or people in Congress like Lauren Boebert who are constantly attacking the LBGT community, calling them pedophiles, groomers, and you don't think that's going to incite someone to do something crazy, say, shoot up a gay nightclub? Huh? I mean, you never see gay people shooting up a straight club, do you? And if you don't believe in how they live or how they love, just leave them alone. Like, why is there a need to incite violence on innocent people? Like, I don't understand that. You have people like Kanye West who think they're untouchable and think that they won't suffer any consequences for their hate speech, which I thought was kind of funny because he lost several endorsements and tons of money. And you know what you say is bad from right wing Nazi Christian nationalists. Repeat what you say. I mean, that's dangerous. You have people like Alex Jones who basically said Sandy Hook was a lie. It was so hurtful that the people, the families, got together and sued him and actually won a huge settlement against him. And I would love to see that happen more often when people just use the freedom of speech to tell rhetoric and lies and hurt people, incite violence. You have the DOJ going after Donald Trump for what happened on January 6th, which is the right thing to do. Because whether you support him or not, at the end of the day, you have to admit that he did incite that riot that put several people's lives in danger, including Mike Pence, who was his vice president at the time. It's just dangerous. You have a peaceful transition of power that was disrupted because you're a sore loser. And instead of accepting it like a grown up, you spew lies. And then you have several politicians who run campaigns recently in these midterms based on that lie, even though nothing has been found. 60 lawsuits, several recounts, and no evidence of tampering with the election or it was being stolen. You just need to accept the fact that Biden won. The better man won. And you just got to move on with it. But, we have a bunch of grown babies in office and we keep reelecting these people expecting something different. And that's definitely the definition of insanity. Um, we need to hold people accountable for their words and their actions. This is Thanksgiving. We should have people coming together, embracing family and friends, and being thankful. But instead, we have people in Colorado and Virginia who are mourning, hurting, feeling a void in their lives, sitting at a table where there's an empty place because that person's not around anymore. All because of selfish, white, nationalist rhetoric, homophobia, xenophobia, sexism, racism. I mean, I'm sorry. If you preach these things, you shouldn't be allowed on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You shouldn't even be allowed to have a column in a newspaper. It's dangerous. You should be fined if you're a congressman or a senator, or maybe even suspended. I mean, I just don't understand what we're coming to in this society. You have people who are trying to just gain power by any means necessary, saying hurtful, hateful rhetoric. Kevin McCarthy, who's now trying to be Speaker of the House because the Republicans have a slight majority in the House, is trying to become the Speaker of the House. But he is also threatening to remove Democratic Senator Ilhan Omar from her committee post, mostly because she's Muslim. Many Republicans have said xenophobic, Islamophobic things in her direction. She's gotten a constant stream of hate and death threats against her and her family. And many people think that's acceptable, and it's not. Just because someone doesn't worship like you worship doesn't make them wrong. Like I said before in many podcasts, I hate to tell people this, but not everyone's Christian. Not everyone sure as hell isn't white. They don't live like you. They're entitled to worship how they want to worship, love who they want to love, and live how they want to live. Those are some of the core principles of why people came to this country in the first place, to avoid persecution. But yet, we have a group of people who are just trying to control people, have people live in fear. You never hear of a group of Jews going to a Christian church and shooting it up or harassing people. You never hear of black or brown people carrying tiki torches yelling, "You won't replace us." You never see a group of women trying to tell men what they can and can't do with their bodies. You only see one group of an ethnicity, of a certain political party and affiliation doing that. spewing hatred, trying to incite fear into the groups of people. Like, look, they're trying to take your job. Look, they're going to turn your kids gay. Look, they're going to make them trans. And it's all bullshit. It's irresponsible use and abuse of power. Freedom of speech. Speech is power. If you have a platform, whether you're a politician or an entertainer or an influencer, and you have followers, you can't spread rhetoric like that. Look what it does. It incites riots. It creates animosity and division and hatred. Use your words for something positive. Try to uplift people and bring people together, not try to divide them. I mean, it's Thanksgiving, and we should be feeling love and thankful for what we have and the people that we have in our lives. And I feel sorrow for those people in Colorado, the people in Virginia, and the other 606 incidences of mass violence and shootings. But hopefully we can come together as a country and move forward from all this animosity and hatred and spread love and speak the truth. Well, that's basically all I got to say about that. Just wanted to be honest. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Catch you on the flip side.